What's up, y'all? This your girl, Women's Warrior. This is our first live stream together. I hope we got some people coming into the chat. I'm gonna give it just a minute. Today's topic is actually going to be why narcissist parents don't show their children love. Why they don't show them? Why they don't show their children love? Come on, y'all. Let's get in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Give y'all a few minutes to get in while I get a few things set up. Y'all go ahead and get in while I get everything set up. We're going to talk about it today. First live, the very first live, I attempted to do it yesterday. Had to get the equipment updated, get a couple things ready. But hey, first live. Good celebration, good celebration. We got things to talk about. We got things to cover. Why is it that narcissist parents do not show their children any kind of love? It's a good question, good topic. Why do we think so? Why do we think narcissist parents don't show their children any kind of love? I'm just going to go ahead and while I'm waiting on the chat for some people to get in, I'm going to go ahead and give a rundown on why some of the things that we see at children and at youth today, because they are not getting love from the parents. A lot of our children are turning to drugs. They turn into sex very early. They turn into stealing, killing in a lot of cases. A lot of our youth is out here killing one another. They playing hunt. They playing the video game on each other in real life. They actually are killing each other out here because they ain't been shown no love at home. Let me give y'all a little bit about my background. I actually worked with child services for 8 years in the state of West Virginia. I was an educational counselor. I worked with youth and families with that over almost 10 years. So I have a strong background in dealing with families and dealing with children. And one of the things that I noticed when I was actually going into the homes and working with children that had CPS cases, Child Protective Services cases that I was working on at that time, one of the things that I actually noticed was the the children that did not get attention from the parents in the home, those children had, they had a lot of grief inside of them. You know, they loved their parents dearly. They had, they would do anything to get the attention of their parents. Even though the parents really, I mean, I worked on cases where the parents didn't want to have anything to do with the children. They would say they're not going to quit doing drugs, because a lot of the cases that I took was drug cases. The parents was addicted to something which was affecting the home life and the home environment of the children. They would tell you, yeah, we're not going to quit. We're not going to get off drugs. If it means me getting off drugs, that means that my child got to get taken, then that's fine with me. And that was their attitude. That was a lot of the attitudes. If I've had cases where one parent or a step parent was asked to leave the home, and they were asked to break that relationship so the children could be returned back to that home. One of the parents would refuse. They didn't want to break their relationship to gain custody back of the children. I mean, it was no fight for the children. It was just no fight for the children. The children was left to raise themselves. One of the things that I see is hygiene of a lot of young girls. So we're gonna talk about it today. We're gonna talk about it today. Hygiene of a lot of younger girls. I mean, I'm seeing girls 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. In some cases, I'm seeing them now as young as 3 or 4. Kids already look like they gave up on life. They gave up on just the way they carry themselves. Hair not combed, they not intact, they don't care how they look. I mean, they dirty, they don't present themselves right. But when you see their mother, mom walks out, hair done, makeup on, clothes are intact. Mom walking out looking glamorous. But when you see her daughters or her daughter behind her, they look like already they done gave up on life. Who cares? Who cares what success I reach? And what that is doing is taking down a lot of the girls' self esteem already. Mom already taking her self esteem down, and she's taking her chances down to attract a good mate. That's being taken from our young girls early. And truth be told, why mom don't want her to have any self esteem or present herself as the best version of herself that she can be. And I'm not talking about that we have to go out here and buy the highest clothes, keep your nails done. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just clean, decent, simple combed. I just got my hair simple combed, but it's not all over my head. The reason why mom don't want to have her daughters presented that way is because she wants to keep her daughters at a low vibrational level. She's scared that her daughters is going to become a better woman than her. So she keep her on a low vibrational level so her daughter will never grow to become a better woman than her. It's sad. It's sad. And I know a lot of people say, well, women's warrior, how do you come to this conclusion? Because I see it too many times. And then I hear the mom say, one of the things I cannot stand, I've heard a lot of moms refer to their own daughter as bitch. This bitch, that bitch. I don't even like the concept of talking to my homegirls or my homegirls talking to me saying, oh, bitch. That's not something we need to be calling each other. We referring to ourselves as that. But the first time a man or the opposite sex call you a bitch, then you mad. But you refer to your own child as a bitch. I've heard mothers tell me out of their own mouth, "Oh, my daughter don't do nothing. Your daughter is 18, 19. She just now getting started out here in this world. But you talking about how much weed she's smoking, how she gonna smoke her ankles off. What kind of mother are you? You will talk about her, but you won't help her fix the problem. And the problem, a big part of it is you because you caused it by the way you raised them. But see, these narcissist parents, they don't want to see their kids do better. They don't want to see their children grow. They don't want to give their children a fair fighting chance out here in this world. That's a sick individual to not want to see your child grow and be the best them that they can be. And to hinder them from being the best them that they can be because of your jealousy. Same way with these dads. You got a lot of dads out here, they got a lot of time for the homeboys. They got a lot of time to chase raggedy hoes in the streets. They got a lot of time to go in and out of jail. They got a lot of time to be in a club every weekend. They got a lot of time for all of that, but they don't got time to teach their son how to be a man. They don't got time for that. One example that I will share with y'all that I seen, and I got many of other samples. Is as we do this and we keep growing, you all will get it. You all will get it. But one example that touched me personally, because I am an empath, and I feel people's pain. I feel their emotions a lot. And one of the examples that touched me very closely, I had I was in a relationship with a guy for a little while, and he had a son by another woman, and the son was at my house eating. We were sitting at the dinner table. I was sitting at the dinner table eating. And I said at the time the young man couldn't have been no more than 7 to 8 years old. Very, very young, manable man. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Can I have, please? Thank you. Very, very young, very young, manable man. And his father looks at him and say, "You're gonna be gay when you get older." No disrespect to the gay community. I'm not. That's not my point. That's not my point. I don't care what no one do in their own life and in their own home. Let me get that point out there. That's your business. I don't got nothing to do with that. But the point that I'm trying to make is a father to look at his son at a very young age and say you're gonna be gay when you get older, though. Out of nowhere. I mean, just it just came out of nowhere. We were, like I said, we were sitting at the table eating dinner. It just came out of nowhere. And the little boy looks and he stopped eating and he looked and you can see the pain in his face. All up in here, you can just see the pain in his face because he confused. I was confused. I'm like, well, and I told him right then, I said, don't talk to him like that. Again, that wasn't my son. I said, don't talk to him like that. Don't put that in his head. Why would you say something like that to him? Why would you even try to put that in his head? Don't put that in his head. But it's the truth. It's the truth. He's gonna be gay when he grow older. You know, the little boy had pain in his face behind that. Now let's fast forward a couple years now. I think the same fella, the little young man now, I think he's about 14 to 15. I saw him about a couple weeks ago. I look at this young man, he lost. He lost. He completely lost already. I mean, and when I look at him now, I think back to how his narcissist dad tried to break his spirit at a very, very young age. See, what the problem is, this coward man tried to break the spirit of this young boy because he know that this boy has or had the potential to grow to be a better man than he ever could be. So what he tried to go ahead and do, because this is what narcissists do, they see you growing to your full potential. They see something inside of you that is very great and that can grow to be successful and to be a leader out here in this world. So what dad did at that moment is go ahead and start implanting seeds of doubt up here. Cause see, here's the thing about youth, and also with just us. You know, if us as adults, if we listen to people tell us who we ain't, what we can't do, enough in our mind is going to register that, and it's going to play with us. It's going to play with us, okay? So, but in youth, you plant when you start messing with them at an early age, planting seeds of doubt, because that's what I call it. You planting seeds of doubt at an early age in our youth. And that's what the narcissist parents do. They plant seeds of doubt inside of their children at a very, very young age. So then that way they grow with this doubt. You know, a seed is need water. And they keep coming into life. They keep gaslighting these younger children. And that child is growing up with all this doubt in the inside of their head. How can you see through the how can you see through the fog when your mind is not clear? Let me repeat that. How can you see through the fog when your mind is not clear? So we got a lot of kids that's growing up with seeds of doubt that's been planted in their mind because their parents ain't shit. Because they narcissists. And they don't want to see their children grow and conquer anything in this world because they want to have something to talk about. They want to have someone to put under them. They want to have another soul, and that's how sick these narcissists is. I got a video on my page called "The Soul of the Narcissist," and I said in that video that the narcissist job is to come into good people's life, and I was basically talking about relationships in that particular video. If y'all get a chance, check it out. But the narcissist job is to come into empath's life, good people's life, and rip them down into shreds on the inside and take their soul to their father, which is Satan, to block you from your purpose that the Most High God created you and put you here to do. You see, so, and when you have parents that are raising their children this way and coming in and attacking their mind at an early age, that's what they're doing. They're getting them already ready to give their soul to Satan already because their soul is already gone. They have they don't have no compassion for saving their children. They don't have no compassion for getting their children on the next level. No, because they want their soul, they want their children working for Satan like they're working for Satan. So therefore they have no compassion whatsoever. And then we wonder why our youth is misled. We wonder why youth walk around now like they already lost, like they already gave up. They already gave up, man. They already gave up because the household they was being raised in didn't teach them nothing on how to make it out here in this world. You got parents out here using their kids to take care of them. How the hell your kids taking care of you and your kids' teens? You supposed to, if your kid got a summer job, a side job, a skill that they getting paid for, anything, you are supposed to be teaching your kid how to build their own foundation, not to sit back and take care of you and do for you. What kind of parent does that? You supposed to be trying to help your children build their own foundation so it would not be hard for them when they get out here in this cruel ass world who everyone else already ain't gonna give a damn about them. And then they also gotta deal with it at home. They gonna be taken advantage of out here in this world. But hold on. They already been taken advantage of at home. When they go to school, they're gonna face bullying because you ain't combing their damn hair, you ain't making sure the clothes clean, you putting them down in your own terms. So then when they go out here and they gotta face the world, what type of wrath do you think these young minded people are going to have on the inside of them? But we quick to say, oh, today's youth is messed up. Hell yeah, today's youth messed up, but they messed up from you sorry ass parents. It's time to do better out here. It's time to do better. If we want to see better results, raise your children right or either get the hell out the way and give them to someone who's going to do right by them. It's sad. It's sad. Um, Narcissists. But one thing we got to remember, guys, and I know I'm talking, I know I'm going on, but this is a this is a very, very important topic to me because, like I said, I've worked with youth for years. I've worked with families for years, and I don't see it getting no better. I see it getting worse, and I see these kids out here getting lost even more, and the parents don't care. They still want to go on. I've seen a lot of parents, kids in the home. Everybody, just go on upstairs, get out the way, go outside, go play, go do you, go, just get out my face. Anything to get the kids out of their face and they don't have to deal with them. But you had them though. You laid down to have them, but you don't want nothing to do with them. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Narcissists, a lot of narcissists, they have kids for people to say, "Whoa, look at them. Look at them. Oh, that such and such pregnant. Oh, such and such got who pregnant? Oh, okay, yeah, they the man, they the woman." Narcissists don't have kids for the same reason that regular people have kids for. See, us as empath and us as compassionate people, we have kids to build a foundation for our family, for our name, for our family, for our culture, for our community. We have kids to love them. I have a 16-year-old daughter. I tell my daughter all the time, I created you to love you. The Most High God allowed me to create you to love you. I didn't create you to use you. I didn't create you to mistreat you. I created you to love you and get you sent out here on the right path because I'm one of God's soldiers. And through him, he blessing me to raise another soldier for him. And any children that I deal with or come into my circumference, I treat them the same. You're young, you young minded out here. You need to know how to grow. And God put me in this on this earth and in your life at this time to help you with that path and help you walk and grow your foundation. So I'm gonna show you how to grow as an individual, as a person. That's my job. My job is not to tear you down. But see, these narcissists see it differently. A lot of them just have children just to say. Number one, narcissists have a lot, especially what narcissist men and women. So I can't say one or the other does it most. But a lot of narcissists, they have children because they want to keep ties to the person that they had them by. They never had intentions of loving that child. They never had intentions of providing for that child. They never had intentions of doing for that child, supporting that child, being there for that child. They never had intentions of that. Their intentions when they made that baby was literally to have supply from the person who they made it with and to keep them stuck in their life because narcissists are cowards. So you use a innocent life to keep you getting supply. Make that make sense. And men and women do it. Where it ain't a lot of women say, "Oh, well, he got me pregnant. He stuck me." A lot of them with men, so what she lied to me. No, 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 no. Men and women do it. This is not a one-sided thing. Men, because it's women narcissists, it's female narcissists. I mean, it's male narcissists and female narcissists. So both of them do it. Both of them do it. And then in the meantime, you have a child that's stuck in the middle of this, especially if it's two narcissistic parents. Oh my God. God have mercy on that child's soul. Because in the meantime, you got a child that's stuck in the middle of this chaos. Neither parent was really there. Neither parent really created you to love you. Neither parent really created you to help you and help you grow and become the best you can be and help you make a foundation. They only created you for their own selfish needs. But this child now is stuck in the middle of this shit, trying to figure out which way do I go? How do I grow? What do I do? I got no care. I got no love over here. What do I do? A lot of us, and this channel ain't about race. It ain't about that because whether you black, white, whatever descent you is, whatever nationality you is, there's narcissists in every race. But a lot of us in the black community, first thing got children turn to when they grow up and they realize this shit, first thing they turn to is the streets. Because it ain't no love at home. Ain't no love with mom. Ain't no love with dad. Nobody care. Nobody care if I had a dinner. Nobody care if my clothes is clean. Nobody care if I really even got a place to stay. As long as mom and dad drinking and smoking or whatever they do on their free time, because it damn sure ain't raising the kids. Where do I turn to now? Where's the best place for them to turn to in their mind? Somebody always gonna let them be able to turn to the streets. It's always something lurking outside of that house to say, "Hey, come over here, come over here. I got the answer. It's the streets. It's the streets." And then we wonder why our children and our youth is dying at exponential numbers. We wonder why we got so many young youth out here that we can't reach because mom and dad. We focus a lot on physical abuse, but it's hardly ever that mental abuse is talked about among children. When child protective services go in, they looking at physical abuse, and it's the child being provided for. Because let's get it right, narcissists can have a good job or they can have a good hustle, a well-established amount of income coming in. But it's the child emotionally getting abused. And that's what we need to start looking at on a deeper level. Is our children okay emotionally? And if they're being raised in a narcissist environment. Because if they are being raised in a narcissistic environment, it don't matter how much food on the table, what type of clothes they got on the back, what occupation mom does, what occupation dad does. If they're not being raised right emotionally, then we create monsters. We are creating monsters. And that's what we are unleashing on the world. So why don't narcissist parents love their children? Because they don't love themselves. They hate who they are themselves. And they take it out on their children. They know they ain't shit. They know that their time is almost up. They know that they'll never reach any goals. They know that deep down they low. See, you got to remember, narcissists live in an image lifestyle their whole entire life. They put out to the world what they want the world to think that they are, which deep down that's what they're not. They're far from it. So when they have children and they raising children, the person that they hate on the inside is the person who they see their children as, because the children came from them. So they have no love for their children. They hate themselves, they hate the children, which ends up making the child grow up to hate themselves. I mean, it's simple, guys. And a lot of us has been raised in some of these type of environments. We got to do better, man. We got to do better for the sake of these children. If you see your neighbor's children struggling, you got to do better for them. And understand, again, narcissist abuse is an emotional abuse. We got to start setting up. Somehow, one of my goals is to set up a system where we can recognize narcissist mental abuse, because narcissist mental abuse, it sticks with you throughout your whole life, especially if those seeds are implanted early as a child. Okay, I didn't want to go live real long. This the first live. I'm actually trying out the software and see how it go. But that was the topic that was heavy on my mind. Why narcissist parents do not show the children love of any time, any kind of love and compassion. Um, I want to thank y'all for the attending the first live stream. There will be many more. Like I said, this one right here, I may come back again and do more on this topic today, or hit another topic later on today. But if not, I know for sure I'll be back on tomorrow. It's your girl, Women's Warrior. I thank y'all for attending. I see we got 9 people in the building. We got 5 likes so far. I got 1 comment. I think it's Horace Allison. Thank you. Love to you as well. Thank you for watching the stream and being a supporter of the channel. Thank you, all my subscribers. I see the subscribers is going up. I thank you all. We're going to get this word out there, and we're going to get this message out there. And I can't wait to interact with more of you all on this live stream. Hey, till the next video, y'all have a great day. Stay safe out here. Your girls, Women's Warrior. Please like, share, and subscribe. Love y'all.